Hi, everyone. Let me introduce you to what I hope will be an interesting, fun, and yet simple assignment. It is the Smart Brevity activity. So this is really to introduce you to Smart Brevity. Hopefully you have watched the Smart Brevity TED Talk. I'd like you to go to this site, Axios, to learn a little bit more about Smart Brevity. It's really about clear communication. We're going to be using this in MHA 621 for this semester. Um, it is impossible to argue against the foundation of smart brevity. However, in healthcare and in academia, it really goes in the other direction. We're going to go in the smart brevity format. It's really about saying more with less, to be less overwhelmed, to be more informed. Um, this is a wonderful summary that Axios does. Um, and what's changed since the book came out, which I have in front of me by Jim Van de Hey. First of all, it's a very small book, short book, literally in the essence of smart brevity. I was introduced to this a little over a year ago, and it's really been fabulous. Um, but what has changed so much since smart brevity has been introduced, and you can certainly watch as many videos as you'd like, is just the use of generative AI and how beneficial it is to really take a first stab at brevifying um, one's work. I would encourage you, it's not a mandate, to check out this book, Smart Brevity, The Power of Saying More with Less. It is really wonderful. I use it quite often. Uh, okay, so we're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to just walk you through a smart brevity activity and then give you your assignment due on Wednesday, July 9th. So let me stop sharing this. I'm going to share something else here. Okay. This might seem a little strange, but I'm going to ask all of you, if you're not familiar already, to become familiar with generative AI, either ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot. You all have access to Microsoft Copilot because you are students at USI. It is something that I've just started with to as a tool to make my work a little easier, a little more efficient. It is not the be all and end all. But the combination of generative AI and smart brevity really is sort of a marriage made in heaven, a first glance. So, as an example, um, uh, if you're not familiar with generative AI, I'm going to ask you to, there's enough YouTube videos out there. You don't have to be masters at this, and some of you are more than others, but I'd like you to, we're going to use this in activity, and you're going to use this throughout the course, and more than likely, probably throughout the rest of the MHA program as we make this a tool and a function that I think is necessary. Um, so pretty simply, tell me about smart brevity and how it works. And then, so this is just a little bit of an introduction. Um, and get to the point, eliminate fluff, make content scannable and memorable. And so you can see the core principles are here. This is actually pretty accurate. It all comes from the same source, which is the Smart Brevity book, The Power of Smart Brevity, and Axios website. It is most useful in terms of memos, emails, newsletters, presentations, reports. But let's go to the activity right here. I just put in the course introduction for MHA 621. This is on your syllabus. And I'm going to ask Smart Brevity to do here's a Smart Brevity style rewrite of the course description. The course explores the U.S. healthcare system through historical, economic, blah, 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 blah. And here's what you're going to learn. That's it. And why it matters. Okay, so there's two parts. The overview, what you learn, and why it matters. The why it matters part is key. And so we go from this, which is not terribly long, but it's wordy, to this. And it's clear, it's simple. Now, I've been a big fan of bullet points since I was probably an infant. And it's just a way to get things across in a very simple and concise way. And so what you can do, of course, is copy this and share it. Now, I really did want to make the syllabus a smart brevity, but USI is not there yet, so we'll get there eventually. What I'm going to invite you to do is use smart brevity, use generative AI, but instead of putting the course description, I'm going to invite each of you to put in your current resume. So please adapt my resume, which you will upload into a smart brevity format. And what I'm going to ask you to do in your assignment, your activity is to upload your current resume as it exists, whatever it is, and then the smart brevity resume, and you'll have a little you'll have an opportunity just to provide some comment. Okay, so your assignment is to input or change on your own without the use of AI, but I would encourage you to use generative AI, Copilot, or ChatGPT, and smart brevify your current resume. All right, folks. The information is here in the YouTube video. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Thanks very much. Bye.